What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of the times, one of the questions that I see asked a lot, especially like within the whole fitness industry, is how exactly do you overcome a weight loss plateau? So you know that moment when you start like exercising, you start losing weight, everything happens very quickly, right? You start to see a lot of results very quickly, which is super cool. But then after some time, it just seems to stop. It seems like you're not making any progress anymore. You're cutting down your calories, but you're not losing any more weight. That entire term is called a weight loss plateau. Make sure you watch the video to the end because I will be giving you top tips on how exactly to overcome a weight loss plateau if that is happening to you. So you've probably heard this before. The basis of weight loss is basically energy in versus energy out. So the amount of energy that you take in through food, the things that we eat, the things that we drink, and then the amount of energy that we burn, right? Now, energy in is very simple, right? But energy out is a little bit more complex. And the entire concept of energy out is really what forms the basis of metabolism. So if you've heard this word before, you've probably heard people say things like, oh, I have very high metabolism, so I can eat whatever I want and still not put on any weight, right? And you've probably heard other people say like, I have very slow metabolism, so whatever I eat just allows me to put on a lot of weight very quickly. Okay, so the entire concept of metabolism is basically the amount of energy that you expend throughout the day. And I'm going to talk about what that constitutes, because it's not just energy through like physical activity or through like exercise. Okay, so there are 4 different categories to the amount of energy that you burn throughout the day. The first is your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. Okay, and this basically constitutes the amount of energy that you burn doing nothing, completely, just absolutely nothing. If you did not stand up from your bed throughout the day, you will still burn energy. Okay, and I'll talk about this in a little bit. The second is the thermic effect of food, right? This is the amount of energy that you burn while your food is digesting. And then the third is the energy you expend through physical activity. The fourth is the energy you expend through non-physical activity. So let's non-exercise activity, thermogenesis. And so we're going to talk about each of these 4 so that you understand how to actually maximize and increase the amount of energy you burn, because this is how weight loss happens. Okay, so if energy in is less than energy out, then you're able to actually burn some weight. However, if your energy in is greater than the energy out, then you're able to gain some weight. But understanding how energy out works really would help you maximize your weight loss or your weight gain goals. So let's talk about your BMR. Right? This is the amount of energy you burn at rest. So if you're not moving, you're not doing anything, you're just sleeping all day, you're still going to burn energy because your body needs to burn energy to just keep all of your organs functioning properly and all of that stuff. So what tends to happen is when you're a lot bigger, your body needs more energy to keep your body functioning properly. But when you start to lose weight and now you've shed some pounds and now you're a little bit smaller than you were before, your body needs a little less energy to keep your body functioning. In your weight loss journey, your BMR starts to decrease as well. So the second type of energy that you can burn is your Euthemic effect of food. So when you eat, your body needs energy to digest, to process all of that. Your body's working, basically. The Euthemic effect of food basically shows that your body needs energy to burn the food that you consume. When you're in your weight loss journey, you're probably reducing your calories, you're probably eating less, hence it takes less energy to burn that food that you're eating. Right, because you're eating less than you normally would, and so you can probably start to see why a weight loss plateau occurs, right? So the next category of energy that your body burns is energy that you burn through physical activity. So this is like your exercise. So if you're doing cardio, weightlifting, whatever it is, you're burning energy, right? Especially if you're doing cardio, you're running and you're just moving around. Now what happens when you start losing weight is your body is lighter, and so it takes less energy for you to move around, right? Like, I think about it. If you were carrying a huge backpack of like 15 pounds around for a very long time, right, your body's probably taking more energy to move around. But then when you lose weight, right, just imagine dropping that backpack, right, you're a lot lighter, and so your body takes less energy to move your body around. And so even in your physical activity, you're beginning to drop the amount of energy that you burn while you're exercising. So you can probably see why a weight loss plateau occurs. Now this is the amount of calories that you consume just moving around, like fidgeting. Like, for example, me, I cannot talk without moving my hands all over the place, right? So fidgeting, moving, just blinking unnecessarily, walking here and there, just being active basically. You're not doing physical activity, you're not like exercising, but you're just being active throughout the day. Your body consumes energy just doing those activities as well. For example, if you're on your weight loss journey and you're reducing your calories, you have less energy in your body. So most likely, if you see some stairs versus if you see an elevator, you probably go for the elevator, right? Because you don't have that much energy to climb up the stairs, or you don't even feel very motivated to climb up the stairs, right? And so we tend to avoid those things. And so by taking the elevator, we're literally reducing the amount of calories we could have burned if we had taken the stairs. For example, if you're in your weight loss journey, you're probably not fidgeting as much, especially if you're in very calorie restrictive diet. You're probably not fidgeting as much. You're probably like just in one place, very sedentary. You're not moving around. You are not consuming as much energy because you're not physically active, right? And so, just combining all of this, we see that our body, balances out again. So our energy in equals our energy out, and so we're not able to actually go past that weight that we are. We kind of just hit a plateau. How exactly do we overcome this? So I just want to mention here that your fitness and your fitness journey should be a long-term approach for you. And I've said this over and over again. You want something that is sustainable, because if it's not sustainable, you probably won't be able to stick with it for the long term. So if we think about it in the energy equation, right, we can actually think about ways in which we can increase those 4 ways in which we burn energy. Is there a way to increase your BMR? Yes, there is. Is there a way to increase the thermic effect of food? Yes, I believe there is. Is there a way to increase your energy burned through physical activity? Yes. Is there a way to increase your energy expended through non-exercise activity? Yes. Yes, there is. There are ways to increase this thing. So the first one I want to talk about is your BMR. How exactly can you increase your BMR? It does take a lot more energy to maintain muscle than it does fat. And so if we want to keep our BMR really nice and high, we want to do things and do exercises that can help us build some muscle mass, okay? And so like resistance training, and don't be afraid to lift weights, right? Really, because that would help you build on and put on some muscle mass. And no, you will not look muscular or anything like that. You can do body weight exercises as well. You can actually train specifically to build some muscle mass even using body weight. Weight is weight, whether it's your body weight or it's actually like additional weight. That way you're actually able to keep your BMR really nice and high. Okay, so you obviously know you cannot keep reducing the amount of calories that you consume. Okay, so I'm gonna dare and say increase the amount of calories you consume just a little bit, like 10% more. That way you increase the thermic effect of food, because what happens is your body takes more energy digesting your food because it's a larger portion. The second reason is because you already started increasing and building muscle, right? Your BMR goes up, which means that your caloric demand goes up because it takes more energy to maintain muscle than it does fat. And so your caloric demand goes up, and so you're able to actually burn more and more energy. so you can safely increase the amount of energy that you consume. The next thing you want to work on is your physical activity. Like, you know, mentioned before, you want to really focus on resistance training and activities that can actually help you build some muscle. Now, this is not to say that if you like cardio, if you like to run, you can't do that. And that's just going to bring me to my last point, which is your non-exercise activity. You want to do a lot of activity. You want to move around, and because you have enough calories in your system, because you've increased the amount of calories you have more energy to run around, right? You have more energy to chase your dog around the park, or to take the stairs, or to just run around your house. You have more energy to do those things. And so because you're able to do this, now your energy consumption goes up and your calorie intake you're still in a deficit. Basically, you're able to keep your energy consumption even higher by building more muscle, by just doing physical activity and just moving around more. And that way you would actually break through your weight loss plateau. But then there are other things that are really super important to help you keep breaking through your weight loss plateau is rest. You want to sleep. It's actually shown that if you don't sleep and you cut your sleep time in half, your body is stressed and it releases a hormone called cortisol. And this hormone actually, first of all, increases your triggers for food, so it makes you want to eat more, right? And then it makes you want to move less. So basically, stress is not good because it's just gonna hinder your weight loss progress. Those are ways in which you can increase or actually break through a weight loss plateau. So if you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't seen my previous video where I talked about having a good relationship with food and fitness, right, click on this video right here, right, and that will link you straight to the next video. Okay, so this video right here, click on it. If you like this video, again, I'm just gonna say one last time, please just give this video a thumbs up. It really does help. And thank you so much. I'll see you in our next video next week. Bye bye.